Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Live Better channel. Today we're diving into a topic that's hotter than a fever of 102. The seasonal flu!
Headache, fever, and a chill.
Yes, that's right, the only season nobody asked for but keeps showing up every year like that one relative who never gets the hint. So, let's talk about the fastest way to get rid of the flu, or as I like to call it, how to evict an unwanted microscopic tenant from your body 101. First off, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say the virus in the body. The flu, scientifically known as influenza, is like that one party guest who doesn't bring anything, eats all your food, and then sticks around way too long. And just when you think you've gotten rid of it, it mutates. That's right, the flu virus changes more often than a chameleon in a disco. But fear not, my sniffling, coughing, and utterly miserable friends, for there are ways to speed up your recovery. And no, I'm not talking about those old wives' tales like feed a cold, starve a fever, or my personal favorite, stand on one leg, recite the alphabet backward, and spin around 3 times. Spoiler alert, they don't work. Now, let's take a whimsical walk down memory lane and explore the history of the flu. Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride through time.
Oh, that is insane!
Let's rewind to the early 1900s. Picture this. No internet, no smartphones, and sadly, no Netflix. But guess what they did have? That's right, the flu!
I think I got the flu.
And not just any flu. The 1918 influenza pandemic, also known as the Spanish flu. It was like the world's worst party crasher, affecting 1/3 of the planet's population. But here's where it gets interesting. The Spanish flu wasn't even Spanish.
What? What did you say?
The pandemic likely started elsewhere, but Spain, being neutral during World War I and having less media censorship, reported it freely. So Spain, congratulations on winning the worst lottery ever.
That's life. Come on, let's go to the new level.
Fast forward a few decades, and scientists are in a race against time and viruses. The flu, being the shapeshifter it is, kept everyone on their toes. It's like that one friend who keeps changing their hair color. Just when you think you got them figured out, bam! Now let's talk about medication. Over-the-counter meds can be helpful, but remember, they're like those Band-Aids with cartoon characters on them. They make you feel better, but they don't actually cure anything.
Thanks for nothing.
Antiviral drugs, on the other hand, are the real MVPs. They're like the bouncers at the club of your body, kicking out those flu viruses before they can start any trouble. Enter the flu vaccine, the unsung hero in our tale. The first flu vaccine was developed in the 1940s, and let me tell you, it was a game changer. It's like when someone invented sliced bread, and everyone lost their minds. Suddenly, we had a fighting chance against this microscopic menace. But how does this vaccine work? You ask? Imagine your immune system is like a detective, and the vaccine is its informant. The vaccine gives your body a sneak peek of the virus, a wanted poster, if you will. So when the real bad guy shows up, your immune system is ready to pounce. Getting vaccinated is like having a security system for your body. It might not stop every burglar, but it'll make it a heck of a lot harder for them to get in. And for those who say, but I got the flu shot and still got sick, remember, that's because the flu virus is sneakier than a cat burglar. It mutates and changes its stripes faster than a chameleon on a rainbow. So scientists have to update the vaccine every year, trying to predict which flu strains will hit the big time. It's like trying to guess this year's fashion trends, but with more serious consequences. But even with all this science and history, the flu still manages to throw us curveballs.
You know, this is the cold and flu season.
And that's because, at its core, the flu is a survivor. It's been around longer than any of us and will probably outlast us all. We've covered history, science, and vaccines, but now let's dive into something a bit more homespun. That's right, we're talking home remedies for fighting the flu. You know, the ones passed down from generation to generation, like chicken soup, vitamin C, and the ever-mystical echinacea. While the scientific jury is still out on some of these, let's be honest, when you're feeling like death warmed over, you'll try anything. And if nothing else, they give you that warm, fuzzy placebo effect.
Oh, wow. I feel great.
First up on our home remedy hit parade, chicken soup. Ah, Chicken soup, the culinary equivalent of a warm hug from your grandma. Chicken soup isn't just good for the soul, it's good for the flu. It helps clear nasal congestion and soothes sore throats. It's basically a spa day for your immune system. Next, we have the ever-popular vitamin C. Oranges, lemons, kiwis. If it's a fruit and it's tangy, it's probably got vitamin C. Now, while vitamin C won't exactly cure the flu, it's like the cheerleader for your immune system. It boosts it, supports it, and gives it that extra oomph to fight off those viral invaders. And then there's echinacea, the herbal remedy that's harder to pronounce than Benedict Cumberbatch.
Blah, 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 blah.
Echinacea is like that one friend who's into all things natural and swears by the power of plants. Some studies suggest it might reduce the duration of the flu. It's like hitting the fast-forward button on your flu experience. But remember, with herbal remedies, it's always a bit of a gamble. Like playing the lottery but with herbs.
That's absurd.
Now, let's talk about hydration. When you're battling the flu, your body is like a desert, parched and dry. Water, herbal teas, and electrolyte solutions are your oasis. They keep you hydrated, help thin mucus, and ensure your body functions like a well-oiled machine. Or, in this case, a well-watered plant. Drinking fluids is essential, and no, before you ask, beer does not count. And of course, we can't forget about the ultimate home remedy. Rest. That thing we all pretend to know about but never actually do. When you're sick, your body is like a phone with 2% battery. It needs to shut down all non-essential apps like moving, thinking, and deciding what to watch on Netflix. Rest, good old-fashioned sleep. When you're sick, sleeping is like sending your body to a repair shop. It's where the magic happens. Your body goes into overdrive, repairing and rejuvenating. It's like taking your car in for a tune-up. But instead of a car, it's your body, and instead of a mechanic, it's your immune system. But let's be real for a second. While these home remedies can help, they're not miracle cures. They're more like the supporting actors in the movie of your flu recovery. The lead actor? That's still rest, hydration, and maybe some medical intervention. These home remedies have stood the test of time for a reason. They're the traditional wisdom passed down through generations, the little things that make a big difference. And while they may not be fancy or high-tech sometimes, that's exactly what you need. But let's not forget the best way to deal with the flu: prevention. Washing your hands isn't just for chefs and surgeons, folks. It's like the first line of defense in the battle of the bodily invaders. And covering your mouth when you cough or sneeze? Please, do it. Not just for your health, but for the sanity of everyone around you who doesn't want to be part of your personal germ-sharing program. In conclusion, the fastest way to get rid of the flu is a combination of rest, hydration, medication, vaccines, and a little bit of humor. We can face it head on. And maybe, just maybe, we can make it through flu season without feeling like we've been hit by a truck. And remember, if all else fails, just keep telling yourself that this is building your immune system. It's like a gym membership for your white blood cells. Painful at the time, but you'll come out stronger. Or so we hope. The lion's hungry. Remember, the flu might be tough, but so are you. And with a little help from science, medicine, and Grandma's recipe book, you'll get through it.
I feel better already.
Stay healthy, stay strong, and keep those home remedies handy. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next video.